All right, so let's start the very last unit. Unit 9 is all about radicals. So first let's talk about the perfect squares. So this chart is super handy to have. After you fill this out and do these notes, I would rip this paper off and have it sitting on your desk so that way you can look at it and reference it. Okay, so let's fill it out. So 2 to the second power, that is going to be 4. 3 to the second power, 9. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. 6 squared is 36. 7 squared, 49. 8 is going to be 64. 9 is 81. 10 is 100. 11 is 121. 12, 144. 13, 169. 14, 196. 15, 225, and then I don't have them memorized, so I have to look them up. Hold on. Okay, so I just filled them in. So pause the video, write those down. Make sure you do it because, like I said, you're going to be using this chart quite a bit. Okay, so after you did that, let's go ahead and talk about what is a square root. So this is like saying what number to the second power equals 16? So that would be 4, right? Because 4 to the second power is 16. So the answer to this problem is 4 because it's the square root of 16. Okay, same thing for this. What to the second power is going to be x squared? Well, that's got to be x, right? Because x squared equals x squared. So the square root of x squared, they cancel each other out. Square roots and squareds cancel each other out, so you're left with just x. Okay, so now simplify this one. This is a perfect square, right? It was on your sheet, 64. What to the second power is 64? Well, the answer is 8. All right, so now this is where the fun part starts. So we have a not perfect square. 125 is not on your list, right? Hold on just a second. I'm going to write the list over here so we can see it for this video. Okay, so when you are doing this, there's a few different ways to do it. So we're going to have to break this apart into something that there is a perfect square that goes evenly into this. Some people are better at doing this than others, and it just kind of depends. It happens. Some people are better at it. It's okay. I'm going to teach you a way that works every single time because sometimes you can break it down more than once. And so this method I'm about to show you is the fastest way to do it. So what you do is you take your number, the whole number, and cut it in half. So 125 divided by 2. So you stick that in your calculator. 125 divided by 2. And I believe it gives you 62.5, right? So now, 62.5 is right here between 49 and 64, right? Okay, cool. So we are going to start by dividing 125 by each of these numbers and work our way up until we find it. So 125, and we're looking for a whole number. So 125 divided by 49. That gives you like 2.5 something, right? So that's out. So let's try it. So 49 is out. Let's try the next one, 36. So 125 divided by 36. Type it in your calculator. Nope, that's 3.4 something. Okay, that's out. Let's try 25. 125 divided by 5 is going to give you 5. Oh, wait, sorry. I did that wrong. 125 divided by 25, because that's the next number. We did 36. Is going to be 5 when you type in your calculator. So this is what we need right here. We need these two numbers, 5 and 25, because we know when you multiply them together, they make 125. And I'm not going to do that whole step that I just did every single time. Most of the you're going to be doing that in your calculator. I was just showing you what you need to be typing in. Okay, so this breaks up into, if I can get my pens to work. square root 25, right? That's what I got there, and square root 5, because 25 times 5 equals 125. All right, now let's go ahead and take our perfect square, which is the 25. What is the square root of 25? 5. So I like to cross them off when they're a perfect square. So this will be 5. And then there are no numbers on that list that will go evenly into 5, that square root 5, so we just drop it down. So your answer is 5 square root 5. Okay, let's do another one. I know that's a lot. So start with your list. So first, take 20, divide it by 2, right? And you get 10. So over here on my list, 10 would be right here between 9 and 16. So we're going to start with 9 and work our way up. So we're going to try 9 first. Can we do 20 divided by 9? No, it's 2 point something, right? That won't work. 20 divided by 4. Yes, that's a whole number. It's 5. So this breaks up into square root 4, square root 5, and square root 4, that's the perfect square, so I'm going to cross it and put a 2. And again, you can't break apart square root 5, so I'm just going to drop it down. Okay, now I gave you a number out front. We're going to just ignore it right now, but don't forget about it, and focus on the 80. So 80, take 80, cut it in half, and you get 40. So 40, I'm going to do yellow. I'm kind of run out of spaces. Right here between 36 and 49. So let's start with 36 and work our way up. Can we do 80 divided by 36 and get a whole number answer? No. What about 80 divided by 25? No. 80 divided by 16. Check it in your calculator. The answer is yes, that is a whole number answer. It is 5 whenever you divide it. So this breaks up into square root 16, square root 5. Okay, so then the square root 16, I'm going to cross it and put a 4. And now we can put it all together. So now we can multiply our whole numbers, or our rational numbers is what I should call them. So you're going to have negative 5 times 4 gives you negative 20. And then square root 5, we can't break it apart, so we're just going to drop it down. It's going to be square root 5. Okay, and that's your answer because you can't simplify any farther. I know this stuff is crazy, guys, but just give it a chance. You can do this. Okay, so negative 7 times the square root of 36. Is square root of 36 on your list? Yes, it is. So the square root of 36 is a perfect square. I'm going to cross it off and put a 6. All right, now I'm ready to multiply. Negative 7 times 6 gives you negative 42, right? That one was a nice even one. It didn't have any extras. Oh, we've already done this one, haven't we? Oh, no, we haven't. Okay, 3 square root 80. So I know from up above, and you'll notice that the same numbers start coming up. 80 is divisible. Remember what we found in the last one, or the second two problems ago? It would be square root 16, square root 5. Square root 16 gives you 4. So this will be, and then, so put it all together. You have your rational numbers. 3 times 4 gives you 12. And then there's nothing to do with that square root 5, so I'm just going to drop it down. Okay? Ooh, now let's throw some letters at you. So whenever I'm doing this, I like to break it apart. So this is the same thing as square root 27 and square root k squared. All right. So 27 is not a perfect square. Let me make my list over here. So 2 is 4, 3 is 9. That should be good for now. Okay, so take 27, cut it in half. What do you get? 13.5, I think. Okay, so we're going to start right here between 9 and 16. So let's try 9. Does 9 go evenly into 27? 27 divided by 9, yes, that is 3. So this breaks up into square root 9, square root 3. Okay, square root 9, cross that off. It's a perfect square, and it is 3. So now I'm going to leave that for now. Then let's talk about the k's. So if you remember from the very first example, or the second example we did up here, whenever we had square root of x squared is just x. So square root of the square root and squares cancel each other out. So that's what happens on this problem. So where'd it go? I lost it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is a perfect square. This square root and square will cancel each other out, and you're left with just k. All right, now let's write it all together. And you always write the rational numbers first. And rational numbers are the numbers without a square root. So we have 3 times k, which will just give you 3k. And then we can't simplify square root 3 any farther, so we're just going to drop it down. And that's your answer. Okay, let's do another one. So break it up into square root 72 square root x squared. Square root 72, so take it, cut it in half. What do you get, 36? Hey, we know 36 is a perfect square, so we already have our perfect square. So this breaks up into square root 36 square root 2. All right, square root of 36, cross it, it's a perfect square. We're just going to put 6. I'm going to leave square root 2 for now. Now let's do the x squareds. Square root of x squared, that's a perfect square, so it's just x. All right, put it all together. We have 6x times the square root of 2. And that's it. All right, now we're getting crazy. So square root of 147 and square root of p to the 4th. So 147, I don't even know this one. So let's do it together. So 147 divided by 2 is going to give you what? 73.5. Okay, so looking back at my sheet, oh, I need to add a few more. 8 is 64, 9 is 81. Cool, so we are going to start right here, because 73.5 is right here between 64 and 81. So let's start. Can you do 147 divided by 8 evenly? No. Or not 8, I'm sorry, I messed up. 64, not 8. That should be a 64. No, you still can't. Okay, 147, let's try the next one up. So 147 divided by 49. Hey, that one works. So that would be 3. So this breaks up into square root 49 square root 3. Let's go ahead and take care of this. So square root 49 is 7, and you can't break apart square root 3. All right, so this next part is a little bit different. So I like to break these up into, since we're taking square roots, let's break it up into p squareds. So we have 4 of them. So this would break up into p square root p squared, and there's 4 total, so there's 2 there, we need another 2, right? So p squared and p squared. All right, and the reason I broke it up into 2s is because we're doing square roots. So I'm gonna do this every single time. All right, square root of p squared, we know those cancel each other out, and you get p there, and this is also p. All right, now, so we get to put it all together. We've got 7 times p would give you 7p squared. And then we also have this square root 3. That's the only thing that's left. That's another reason I like to cross them off so you know what's left. And so that would just be square root 3. There's your answer. No, it's crazy, right? Okay, let's do this one. Square root 28, square root x, square root y squared. Okay. 28 breaks up into half of 28 is 14. So then we're going to try 9 because it's in between 9 and 16. So 28 divided by 9. Nope, that's not going to be a whole number. Let's try 4. Yes, that's 7. So this breaks up into square root 4, square root 7. Square root of 4 is 2. And you can't break apart square root 7. Okay, now the next one, the x's, square root of x. You can't square root just a solo x because there's not enough. So we just have to leave it for now. And square root y squared, that's a perfect square, right? That's just regular y. All right, put what we have left together. So I have 2 and a y out front, right? Because those are the ones that are not under the radical any longer. And then now we have a square root 7 and a square root x. So you could write them separate, but the mathematical way to write it is to put them under the same square root. So it would just be square root 7x. And that is your answer. All right, that is it for this video. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.